Hi everyone, my name is Alex Finn and I am a current fourth year medical student at Duke University School of Medicine. My project is entitled Development and Validation of Machine Learning Models to Predict Admission from the Emergency Department to Inpatient and Intensive Care Units. So to begin, we know that emergency departments treat millions of people each year, and that the ever-increasing number of ED visits has resulted in a subsequent increased demand on emergency departments, which are struggling to keep up. And 90% of EDs actually report crowded conditions. This delayed patient flow in ED overcrowding is absolutely multifactorial, but a frequently cited reason is for overcrowding is the wait for an inpatient hospital bed. So our idea was that we would create and validate some machine learning models that would be able to predict this need for admission to either an inpatient ward or an intensive care unit. And that ultimately this model would be used by both clinical and a non-clinical team to figure out if a patient needs to be admitted so we can start working on those beds sooner. Moving on now to a little bit of how we developed our model. So we took information from the EPIC EHR and looked at our initial cohort was all adult patients who presented at 3 different Duke University affiliated emergency departments from October 2015 to August 2018. It was just over 468,000 encounters. We then created a validation cohort of with the exact same inclusion criteria that comprised of all ED visits in 2019. We included a multitude of data elements, both historical and as well as real-time data like patient vitals, labs, and so on. Moving on now to the results. You can see the results down there. We reported the AUROC and AUPRC for both the original cohort and the validation cohort. We found that not only were we able to accurately predict patient admission to either an inpatient ward or an ICU, but that these results more or less extended across to the validation cohort as well, which we think is really promising. So what we have done is we have now taken this model and we are now using it in a real-time setting and collecting data on all patients who present to the ED in a real-time setting, being updated every 15 minutes. We've also developed a clinical user dashboard that you can see on the right over there. And so the idea is that eventually this dashboard will be able to be used by the clinical team. So a machine learning model that we developed can accurately predict patient admission to an inpatient ward or ICU bed. Thank you very much.